auto transformers, we have two types. Just like how conventional transformer you have step down and step up, same way I can design step down and step up transformer using auto transformer also. So see here, input voltage is larger and output voltage is small. So it is a step down transformer. I apply input voltage across primary and secondary, but I am taking output voltage only across secondary. So input voltage is very high, output voltage is very less. So I consider total turns to be N1 and secondary is going to have N2 turns. So this incoming current is I1. This current flowing through the secondary is I2 minus I1. At this point, when you add both, I1 plus I2 minus I1 becomes I2. The secondary current is I2. Okay, so that is how we divide the currents based on the logic. And definitely secondary will drive a load and the load voltage is V2. Okay, so what is the construction here? See the explanation. It is made of a single coil. So X is a single coil. You are going to make an auto transformer. The single coil is going to have a total number of turns N1, and this is wound around a magnetic core. And we are going to divide the coils into two portions, XY and YZ. XY will act like primary and YZ will act like your secondary. So since your winding is excited by the voltage V1, it is going to set up a magnetic field along the core, along the entire core. So the winding is tapped at point Y. Tapped means it is cut or it is joined at point Y. So it is tapped at point Y such that there is N2 turns between Y and Z. The total number of turns is N1, and by making a tapping at the point Y, I ensure that the number of turns across secondary is only N2. Okay. So an EMF E2 exists between Y and Z. Because of tapping here, you have a secondary EMF existing across the points Y and Z. So then the turns ratio, See, when you consider N1 separately and N2 separately, you have this formula. When you consider N1 fully and N2 separately, then you can use the usual turns ratio formula because primary is having fully N1 and secondary is having only N2. Okay. So the usual turns ratio formula is E2 by E1 equal to N2 by N1 equal to K. So that is going to be the turns ratio of your auto transformer, and I can very well replace E by V. So K will be equal to N2 by N1, or it is V2 by E1, or it is V2 by V1. All are going to be same. So if you are going to connect the load across YZ, that is going to, you will have a secondary current I2 driving your load. This is going to be the step down transformer. So step up transformer, draw the diagram in the reverse way. The input voltage is applied across a smaller winding, and output voltage is taken across both the windings. So in that case, what we will assume, N2 secondary will have the entire winding and primary will have smaller winding. See, all these are logical notations only, just to ensure that the transformer is step down and step up. We are going to do in step down transformer, primary winding is large. Step up transformer, secondary winding is going to be large. So I apply V1 across the primary, now having number of turns N1, and secondary is going to have combination of both these windings. So it is going to have N2. So if I1 is flowing here, if I2 is flowing here, naturally here the difference I1 minus I2 should flow through this winding. Because if you apply KCL at this point, total current is I1 is coming and I2 is going. So remaining should flow through this winding. Okay, the current division should work perfectly at the node Y for both the transformers. Since we are going to connect the load across YZ, YZ is always called as a common winding, and XY is a series winding. Okay, YZ is called as common winding because you see YZ is present in both input and output. So YZ is called as common winding, and XY is called as series winding because XY is always in series with YZ. Here also you see YZ is present in both input and output, and XY is going to be always in series with YZ. Okay, so remember YZ is called as common winding and XY is called as series winding. So it's just like I can change this point Y. If I slightly move the point Y upwards, the secondary voltage will be high. If I slightly move the point Y downwards, secondary voltage will be less because I am varying the number of turns. Is it clear? The basics of auto transformer? Any doubt? Okay. Now we'll consider the step down auto transformer. In step down transformer, output voltage is less than input. V2 is less than V1. If V2 is less than V1, N2 should be less than N1, and I2 will be reversed. See, V and I will be always opposite. If V2 is less than V1, I2 will be more than V1. Depending on voltage, the number of turns will change. If V2 is less than V1, then N2 will also be less than V1. By law of conservation of energy, the input kVA equal to output kVA, correct? So V1 I1 equal to V2 I2. Now consider this term V2 I2. I am writing this term V2 I2 as two components. I am adding and subtracting I1. So if you again cancel this V2 I1 minus V2 I1 will be cancelled, you will be getting back your V2 I2. So I'm adding and subtracting this I1 just to I make you understand two things. So V2 I1 I have one term plus V2 into I2 minus I1 I have second term. So V2 I1 is the power which is going to travel from the source to XY, and V2 into I2 minus I1 is the power which is inductively coupled from source to the load. And the step down transformer, we have seen the diagram, right? So one current is I1, another current is I2, and this current I2 minus I1 is coming here. Okay. So I2 minus I1 is flowing across the voltage V2, correct? So V2 into I2 minus I1 is the current which is effectively flowing across the load, and V2 into I1. V2 into I1 is the current which is going to be transferred from source to till this point. And V2 into I2 minus I1 is the power which is transferred from this point to the load effectively, which is at the secondary of your transformer. So we are just proving that whatever current notations you have followed, it is going to be perfectly obeyed by the mathematical equations also. Okay. So I am not disturbing V1 I1 because V1 I1 is the input power. Here in step down transformer, my V2 I2 is lesser. So I'm going to work on V2 I2. I'm adding and subtracting I1. So I'm grouping one term as V2 I1. I'm grouping the second term as V2 into I2 minus I1. So V2 into I1 means it is the VA transferred from the source to the load through XY. So voltage across series it gets added, right? Same way it has two components. One is through XY, one is through IZ. So the current flowing through XY is I1, and the current flowing through IZ is I2 minus I1, and the corresponding voltage is V2. Okay. Same way, see step up transformer, the reverse condition. N2, V2 is greater than V1. So N2 is greater than N1, and I2 is less than I1. Now I'll be considering the first parameter V1 I1. So V1 I1 I am multiplying and adding and subtracting I2. So V1 I1 equal to V1 into I2 plus V1 into I1 minus I2. See the diagram. One current I1 minus I2 here, I1 here, I2 here. So I1 minus I2 is I1, and I1 plus I2 is I2. So I1 minus I2 is I1, and I2 plus I2 is I2. So the current flowing through I1 is I1 minus I2, and I2 plus I2 is I2. Okay. And I1 minus I2 is flowing through IZ, so it is inductively transferred through IZ. So they use the term conductive transmission and inductive transmission. Conductive transmission means it is because of a single winding. Inductive transmission means because of common winding. I1 minus I2 or I2 minus I1 and the current எப்போ வருதுன்னா, see here, this winding across YZ is common to both input and output. So when you see the VA across this YZ, you call it as inductive transmission. When notation, I mean nothing difficult. They are referring to as inductive transmission. This one is conductive transmission. Okay, because this portion of one portion is common to both input and output of the transformer. Okay, so that is what we are having two components, and that is just